The story continues with our intrepid band reconvening together, led by young Arabelle the Vistani. Pem and Ptolemy, however, landed in the thicket of plant blights in a form of hibernation. Arrival of the others thankfully did not rouse the creatures further, and they continued westward along the riverbanks to come to a proper bridge crossing. A black carriage awaited them, or perhaps an answer, to which no one dared investigate the silent driver or its pair of nightmare steeds. Breathing a collective sigh of relief as it left, Avery had a bit of a tumble and fell into the river from the sky above. Ahead awaits the Wizard of Wines. A winery is some repute in this land of Ravenloft, though the group were waylaid by some kind of dastardly trap that kept them locked into a boundary. They made quick work of those responsible, though questions still linger. Where is the metal man? Where are they going? Where is their fabled bottle of wine? First and foremost, perhaps, why were these scarecrows stuffed full of children's fingers? For that mystery, we turn to the undercast sky, partially illuminating what was a short-lived battle. Unpausing the game.
That sucked.
Well, I certainly did not like chasing down things that weren't there, but it was dealt with easily enough.
Oh,
just missing a
Great
line.
Warrior, what do you make of this thing? Pen pokes at the dead scarecrow.
Well, it's dead.
Oh, this one is actually missing its head since I have it in my backpack. It's definitely dead. What manner of sorcerer do you think brought it back to life?
Foul, of course.
And why did it choose to assault us?
I always was under the impression this was a place of corvids, not whatever this mannequin is. I'll leave the speculating to others. I'm going to go smash the other one again.
I shall go with you. Speaking of which, pats you on the shoulder.
Oh, jeez.
Go get him. Go get him.
Hey, don't encourage him.
Oh, yes. Please encourage him.
Smash.
Huh. Wow.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure that hits.
Ooh. Production value.
So exactly how are you just trying to dismember this thing?
I just hit it. It's dead. It just goes and smashes it. He doesn't have anything to add to people talking about, well, what is this thing? Why was it hitting us? And he says, I don't know.
Bones and wood and straw and a strangely large amount of feathers, black feathers to be specific, explode out of this expired construct of foul arcane sorcery. As you definitively ensured, it is indeed dead.
Well, that deals with that. Would you like this one's head too?
You know, sure.
Isn't
Sure.
one enough?
Why not?
This
I
one
wonder
also
what'll happen if
has.
we put both regenerating heads right next to each other.
Helene, are you yelling from like across the farm?
Oh no, that was that was out of character.
Ptolemy's going to look for magical things of any nature. Amulets, scrolls, he just likes magic.
Would you like to just do Arcana investigation? Do you want to make detect magic a thing?
I mean,
I could
yeah, I mean, I guess detect magic would have worn off. I had it up during the fight, but I'm not sure if it would still be up. I don't remember where it was.
You can hand wave the ritual casting during the healing
I think
and whatnot.
I
if
think
you'd
it
like.
dropped because you cast Witch Bolt, and that was also concentration.
That's right. I did drop it for Witch Bolt. That's right. I went Palpatine mode, so I do not have it up. If you want to stick around for Witch Cast, I can do it. Otherwise, I mean, my Investigation Arcana are in the same boat, so...
Well, whichever one you use will give you different results. Is anyone else wanting to assist in the looking about of the house?
Normal or advantage? Are we waiting 10 minutes for Ritual Cast or not? I guess is really
I'll hand wave the 10 minutes. You can just cast it for free. It's a... or have the effect for free. And, yes. 26. Anybody else going in towards the house?
Yeah.
It's got a bunch of crap all over it. Oh, not crap, but
Carrying a bunch of
it
dirt
is
and
adorned
worm.
in what could be described as trophies of both humanoid and bird corpses. Some still have bits of armor or clothing on the more complete ones. And inside, there appears to be furniture made of bones. And also various motifs of bird, specifically of raven and crow shape. And yeah, Pem, you grab the second rook robber head, and it's a similar situation. There's severed digits, small, and a couple of adult-sized fingers. Ptolemy, you go inside and
Keep it up.
the magic in this place is quickly retreating, evaporating as the two beings that appear to have been the anchors for the illusory terrain have expired. And inside, it's it's an assault on the senses. There's a lot of things that have died or are in the process of decomposing. Though focusing on your magical ability, you're able to sift through all of that white noise, and there's a couple things that items, you could say, scattered across the interior, and I can get those to you in a second, though one of them is, funnily enough, just a... You find it over on this dresser. So this appears to be some kind of gemstone. A carnelian, to be exact. Though it's faintly emanating an evocation type school of magic around it. And there are 2 runes. Do you know Draconic? Or rather, I should have phrased that. What languages do you know?
Nope, that's not what I meant to click.
Buddy.
I should have...
The first tab, I believe. First tab, down bottom right corner.
Let me bring my actual sheet. I'm looking at like the little quick thing, but because I also have Adept Linguist, but I don't think that actually helps me.
Does it depend on if it's collapsed or not? No? It's all...
Is it letting me...
Sam is out patrolling. You hear a short scream, cut short.
Yeah, I don't remember what the second one I had. I can pick 2, but I don't remember what... It doesn't say where I picked my second one.
Did we hear that, or did Am hear that?
I was kidding, because Nahum is BRB. So on the first tab, it doesn't show languages that you
Oh,
might have
never mind.
picked
I did on the
before?
first tab. No. Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, Gnomish, Halfling.
Okay. And then you can see on this uncut gem that there are 2 runes that are not familiar to you. And then two other items around. And also there's just a little bit of silver, couple piles of gold, other miscellaneous things. But most of it appears to be rusted armor and weapons and
Anything
whatever
magic
was
he will
in.
take. Anything that
Yes.
is money, he will take. No one else is going to stop him.
Pem is busy stuffing heads in his backpack right outside the door.
Oh! Okay then.
Huh?
Yeah, Ptolemy, you get a the first item is an interesting set of playing cards. They're bound with a fine what's the word for it? It's bound together with a fine velvet string, crosswise and lengthwise, multiple times, and it's emanating illusion magic. And you're about to turn around, looking, and then realize, actually, underneath the pile of discarded swords and crossbows and bows, there's one single weapon that looks like it's faintly brimming with a bit of magic, and you find what appears to be a rapier.
Do I need to add these 3 items, I'm guessing? No.
I will drag and drop them into your inventory, and
Okay.
then roll. Let's see.
Let's just say, do I recognize the magic on either of these things?
Not
I can investigate it later. I meant as in, like,
illusion
do I know what
magic.
they are?
Not the items specifically, but you just know that they are magical.
Gotcha.
The deck of cards is illusion, and the item feels like it's able to. Not only is it magical, it should aid in the ability to overcome resistances. It's like it adds power to it. The nature of the rapier's enchantment causes more damage, which kind of, yeah.
I
The
guess
nature
I
of
will
how
have
it does
to-
that, yeah.
I will look into it later, I suppose. But now I need to find someone who can use a rapier, or sell it, or throw it.
So, yes, I will get those to you in a bit. What's everyone else doing?
Heads.
Gun is holding up
On the
Arabelle.
outside.
Yes.
I think that Helene is just staying near Arabelle. Just kind of like she hasn't sheathed her weapon yet or anything, just kind of like standing by Arabelle protectively, well, being prepared in case they get ambushed again or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Antavos is, after smashing the other rook robber, heads back over and joins Helene near Arabelle.
Did you make sure they're dead? Is that what you were doing back there?
Yes, it is thoroughly deceased. And the other one took its head as well.
He took the head?
Yes, I assume this is a trophy of sorts. I was not one of that same nature, but, well, many of my clan were ones who took trophies as, well, signs of their conquests and victories. Is this not
That's
something normal for your people?
I mean, my experience is limited, but I can't say I've ever felt the desire to display my conquests. No.
Well, I guess to each their own.
Is it not? It just seems weird to just carry a head around. Like, what's he gonna do with it?
Well, if it's to show off his victory, it's mostly there as an intimidation factor, but...
Pem, did you
To show off.
Yes.
Pem, did you ever tell them what you found inside the heads before you just decided
I don't think
to...
he did.
Nope.
Okay,
I
just
didn't.
double checking. Naya, make
I
me
did
a
write down
perception.
though what was inside the heads. Make me okay.
You said
Pem keels
perception.
over and dies.
Yes,
in the
if you indeed are spending some time to patrol them.
oh,
Normal advantage or disadvantage?
Normal. Ptolemy, can you roll me 5d100?
5d
Maybe I rolled a
100.
3.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Alright.
So the 12, things seem quiet. The sport seems still. You
Damn.
find...
Oh my
Um,
god.
My goodness.
I smell pennies.
You find 370 silver pieces and 51 gold. While rooting around for the magical items in
let
various
me
piles.
Put that down somewhere. You said
So yeah,
300.
51.
You said 351 silver and how much gold? Or-
Wait, I can math. I'm good at math.
71.
I swear. 370.
370 or 350?
What?
370.
Oh.
370 silver. 51 gold. There.
Cool.
I didn't mistype it the first time. There's no record of it.
Hold, please. I don't know if this is going to restart us or not.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it didn't. Cool.
Told me
Carry on.
accidentally found the world's light switch.
Well, young Arabelle, did you know of this creature that we dealt with?
Not these particular creatures, but some of the hags. They make scarecrows that come to life and specifically to try and kill ravens and crows and other birds that they don't like.
Well, why would they deem to kill birds? Aren't birds a part of the normal, I guess, fauna of this land? They serve important purposes, you know, pollinating flowers and dealing with insect populations.
Yes, well, but maybe it'll make more sense when we get to the winery, and I think we're pretty close after dealing with this.
Wasn't this all an illusion of some sort? Young one, Ptolemy?
Yes, but the road.
Was that you? You sound...
Area in
Hey.
a book. You hear him shuffle around and like poke his head out the door. Sorry.
Hey, the warrior's calling for you.
Is everything okay over there?
Yeah, just looking around, seeing what kind of magic they used. It's kind of fascinating, but it's mostly a trash heap in here.
Well, why do you stay in there?
Guess I found a cool sword. He just pulls out the rapier. I don't know how to use it though.
Oh, don't you... I mean, like all swords, you put the pointy end in the other person.
Well, I get that, but it requires a bit more skill than that, I imagine. At least I see in my books there's all sorts of forms and techniques and ways you're supposed to hold it, and, well, he just kind of waves it around like a wand. I guess I could pretend it's like a wand.
Oh.
Well,
Back up
Be
from your
careful, you'll
scene.
put someone's eye out.
I'll leave swordcraft to you, I suppose. It's not something my people ever cared for. Besides,
If anyone can use it, I mean, I'm game for someone else to needs it to use it, but yeah, no, just looking around, trying to find some interesting things.
well, don't get lost in the trash heap then.
That sword doesn't look that hard to use. Watch, let me give it a try.
He just stares blankly at you.
Do you want the sword?
You sure you know how to use a sword?
Yeah.
Avery, what you doing?
F to
bud?
doubt. F to doubt. He hands over the sword, like, hilt first to you, like, still very, 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 not believing.
What is the handle of this rapier? Is it like one of those that has like a guard on it, like for your fingers?
It's a cross guard, as opposed to the one that looks more ornate. That's
Okay, Pem is holding a really awkward position. He's holding it by the cross guard. Okay, that'll. He takes a couple practice things and is like, okay, this is not a very simplistic weapon like I thought.
Not at all how it looked in the books. You sure
Not
you
at
know how
all.
to use that sword?
He's gonna hand it back to you, but he's handing it back to you pointy end first.
Oh my.
There you go.
Only just takes several steps back. Slowly,
Drop
like,
the
walks
weapon and step
alongside
away from the
you and
child.
takes it.
What?
from your
He turns
hand.
around swinging it. Just a sword, ain't hurt nobody before.
oh no.
He like slowly tries to reach around and grab it at the hilt and not from the blade.
Hey,
See, was that so hard?
Yes, yes, it was surprisingly.
Pem spits out some more blood as he walks away. Anybody smell toast?
Avery, are you just chilling over there?
Yeah, just looking around the vineyard over here, see if there's anything interesting.
Would you like to roll nature, investigation, perception, depending on how you're looking at
We'll
it?
just roll an investigation. I don't think Avery's too good with nature, from where he comes from.
I mean, you have to be a little bit good in order to grow food, especially on the
that-
ship.
That's what his partner was for.
You know what? That's true. You sucked at growing things.
Lord.
Anyways, yeah, investigation. Where are those sevens?
There's
Yeah, looking around
seven
this
in that
little.
number.
Whoops. What did I just do? No, I didn't do nothing. Looking around, you see that this place, it's laid fallow for a long time, and you probably would have paid a pretty penny back in your homeland. Little memory pops up to have gotten dirt this good, all things considered. Looks like it actually could still grow things in it, even if it's been inhabited by strange automatons resembling scarecrows that try killing people. But looking around, the idea that things can grow on this amount of land that's rooted to the ground, all these trees that are... They haven't been pruned in a while, but you can see the beginnings, it looks like, of blossoms. About as drab and gray as the rest of this place, but where you're from, well, trees are mainly for one thing only, and that's to get to build things to get to other trees. It would be a nice place to live, perhaps. It's ready. Except for, well, the previous tenants' decoration motif.
Yeah, it would be a nice place to live if it weren't for the bone furniture.
A phone for just miniature. Okay. All I got from this, that's a nice place to live. Got it.
Yeah, it's a very good roll for, well, flavor, I guess.
No, I'll try it. I take it.
And Nahum, you're 12. Everything looks fine to you. Walking back a little bit.
No need
Controls
to
quiet.
worry about that.
And Arabelle looks around and... Alright, everyone, let's try getting back to the main road. We should be able to find shelter quite quickly. Maybe. Hopefully it isn't almost night. And I am going to pull us over to the other map, as we are approaching from the north, going south. Can I get a marching order?
I guess
I'll
so.
take up the rear. Second.
I'm in the middle.
Lilloway and Zev will be up front.
Antavos is near wherever Arabelle is. If she's leading the way, he is next to her.
Helene will be with Arabelle as well.
He will be in the middle, but he will still look around to see if anyone can actually use a rapier. That knows how to use a rapier.
Okay, so something kind of like this, yeah.
Yeah.
And Avery left behind.
It says in the middle like 5 times.
Yeah. They're all in the middle. Hantopos has a gun.
Oh, jeez.
As if he didn't need to be any more stronger.
Hey!
No.
Avery, is this your fire stick?
Yes, just don't look down the fire part.
Right. Here, you catch. And he literally chucks it at you.
No!
Duck for cover.
Everyone roll me a D100, the fireball.
No.
I was already prone.
Hey,
I already almost got shot by that gun earlier.
we are just a complete inept group of handling weapons whatsoever, aren't we? Hand the blade first, throw guns, you know.
There was no
We're
such
gonna be
thing as
okay.
gun safety lessons where I was from.
Yeah, besides, do you think OSHA exists in this multiverse?
What does
I
OSHA...
will make it.
Yeah, no OSHA. You can't have any, safety issues.
Okay, what does this button do?
Ooh.
Oh, grayscale.
I can't see anybody.
Oh, it's getting dark.
Oh,
Oh, it's getting really
my.
dark.
Oh my.
Maybe a little bit darker than I intended it to be, but that's okay. As you're exiting the forest, coming around the bend, and indeed the valley in which the vineyard sits is a portion of it is bare, but as you're going over the hill and looking into the valley, the sky does turn a little bit dark. And Arabelle looks around, the clouds further become more opaque, and what counts as light is now leaving this place. And her pace picks up markedly. Although there are some torches that are starting to go up. And ideally, those are actually showing up for everyone.
And I see nothing.
I see the lighting around the house.
Okay, that's good.
I could not see myself.
May I say, like, when it gets dark, that I use produce flame as a light source?
Sure. Does that
I mean,
automatically?
I'm also just going to do can't dancing lights as well. Since I've got that as a cantrip.
Okay.
Well, okay. They put 3 down? Yeah, whatever. Not a big
Cool.
deal.
There you go. There's a fourth one. And you should have control and be able to move those around.
Okay. I mean, I'm just gonna have them basically just leapfrog each other to light the path if I need to. It's the intent.
Yeah,
We already have
and
another produce flame light.
so this is a 2-story, well, 2 stories and then some establishment. It's a very large vineyard out here to the this side. You can see there are enormous wine barrels appear to be ready to throw onto a wagon or something. Another cart is in a garage type enclosure. This appears ready to go, though at the moment there is a distinct lack of any persons. Even out in the fields, there's little to no activity. Maybe just a tiny bit of wind rustling in the trellises. Perhaps something to do with the sudden change in environment. Let's do a roll. So I'm gonna do this. Not gonna select the gun because the gun has no mind of its own. Going to require this. Yeah. That would help if I made it like that. There we go. It's a regular perception check.
Does Zev get advantage because of his pack tactics?
Sight or smell, keen smell.
Oh, keen. Yeah, hearing and smell.
I don't know why I rolled with advantage. Sorry.
I can't
19 was
believe
the
that you've
first
done
roll.
this. Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, that's baloney.
Oh, another one.
Oh, look.
For having expertise in perception, Nahum's perception always seems to fail him.
Greg, I blame you.
He's the most observant cop.
Meanwhile, Antivos is great at perception, apparently.
He's used to the noise.
He's always ready.
Still better than the child.
That's not a very high bar.
It is not a high bar.
I can't see over high bars, so it's not my fault.
Nahum and Lillaway. Here, let me do this. It helps it for. Come on. Why are you being... That's not a... God damn it. I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. This... Wait.
It's like whenever you
Yes.
decide.
That one.
Thankfully, that one went a little better.
I got my dice barely rolled.
Did my dice not roll?
I saw
it
the
was
roll.
Probably on the one I deleted that was with the ability, not the saving throw. Rolling for a saving throw.
Can't we get another one?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay,
the roll
this is
would've
gonna be
passed.
cool. Yeah, sorry about that, bud. Okay. So, as Arabelle is waving and encouraging everyone to follow after her down the path that Ptolemy has helpfully created, she's heading straight for this door, towards the center. The way you have this scratching sensation, the sound of glass crackling in the back of your mind as the air shifts and there's something malevolent almost that is oppressing your mind, but then you're able to quickly just snap out of it. And it's concerning because this is very similar to what hag magic might have a hand in as you're rushing with the others. Nahum, a similar sensation assaults your senses, but it's not just one scratch along glass or nails on chalkboard. It's 1, 2, 4, 7 different little scritches and scratches, and you're not exactly sure why or how, but you know that something's coming this way. And you are filled with a foreboding, and you are considered frightened for the foreseeable future. Which won't be long, but, you know, you have the frightened condition. As for everyone
In front of
else,
a dice.
it's an unnerving sensation that isn't altogether natural. Though going up the scale, Ptolemy, everyone's running. You're running with them. Very thankful for the lights. Avery, Arabelle, and Pem, you notice that there's some commotion that's going on inside. Zev notes that there is something odd in the air, looking at the way and then looking at the others as he's bounding across the traveling path. And then Rontavos and Helene, you see movement from upstairs and then rushing downstairs in a this-a-ways direction. And you even hear a great big inner door come out, or scraping along an opening. As a couple of individuals come down in this way, as you can see some individuals, they appear ready for a fight, but a defensive one. Cautious.
Antavos sees the movement and steps, basically in a defensive position in front of Arabelle, and, Hemponia's rose held in one hand, ready for action.
Helene similarly has not had her weapon put away the entire time.
Ho, who goes there? Are you friend or foe?
There's a little bit of whispering, concerned. I think they come across the whispers from this distance before one of them calls out. What's he gonna say? He's gonna say, "If you truly walk in the light, then yes, friend. If not, get away, foul. Vampire spawn. We want none of your troubles tonight."
Vampire spawn? We are nothing of the sort. Vampires. Huh. Foul magic users. No, we here escort a young Miss Arabelle of Vistani.
Arabelle?
Did I stutter?
Antavos, don't antagonize the people, please.
The lead one moves. He steps backwards, talk with apparently another person. He comes back, and he has a large crossbow, and it's down but ready to sight on someone. You are allowed to approach to that second light up against the fence, so that we may verify.
Antavos immediately walks forward.
Alright, they seem on edge, guys. Maybe let's not catch a bolt to the face.
And you're coming into view, or within the firelight of the two lanterns in front of the burgeoning wagon of wine barrels. And an older gentleman at the protestation of the the guard in front of him. He just pushes past him. And, he's coming and says, "Is that truly the young Arabelle of the Vistani? Your father is quite worried about you, young." And he looks and is surveying amongst the individuals present, and you are not from Borovia, I take it. Except for...
No, we are from a far land away, and here on behest of a great lord's request.
Only a great lord in this land is not very... what is it? Understanding of other authorities. But if you say you are not from here, then who am I to challenge such things? Are you weary from the road? Some of you seem to have encountered.
Yes, there was, you called it a scarecrow? It threw us into an illusory battlefield and sought to slay us. Thankfully, we are not so easily slain. Its corpses lie in the farmyard some few minutes away, I guess.
A vein pulses and a flash of anger comes across his features at the mention of a scarecrow, but he collects himself and nods and... Yes, of course, the scarecrows are quite deadly. But come, we must inside before whatever...
Will you not give us your name before we enter your establishment?
My manners. I apologize. I am Davian. This is my winery. And if my good-for-nothing son would have come, probably will still be my winery after whatever they decide to send this night after it to destroy our livelihood. He starts mumbling and he slips into a local dialect.
As he gives
this
his
and
name,
that swearing.
Antavos will then holster the maul on his back and step forward with an arm outstretched.
Well then, Davian, we will be honored to join you in your winery. I'm eager to sample your drinks, of course. See what they compare to the places we've been.
The wares are not for sampling, my good horned friend, but the night is still young.
Indeed it is. Come.
He's waving everyone inside.
Comrades.
Fred.
Arabelle, do you know
okay, so
this
he
man?
actually... Okay. I thought that was a reason why your character was so far back.
He's absolutely afraid of not knowing why he's afraid.
He's afraid.
I'm scared of the darkness.
Someone cast darkness in his mind.
Lilloway, are you hanging back over there for a little bit behind everyone?
Yeah, she's waiting until everyone is ahead of her and then she'll follow up.
Okay. And Ptolemy, I think you can move your lights with us.
Yep. I mean, I don't know if there's a need for it if the area is lit now, but
Hey, this looks cool. Womp, womp, womp.
Guess we're going in.
Yeah, and you're ushered quickly into within, and these two other individuals, they look like hunters. However, there's something a little bit odd about their armor. It looks very patchwork, or rather, have gone through multiple rounds of field repair. Although, in places where there are rather large rents, large tears, these, from what you can see, a little bit of the skin underneath, it's unblemished. Arabelle is readily going past everyone. So,
Keep your mind's eye open, kid. There's something around here.
Pem, where are the two parcels that you took from the scarecrows again?
Oh no.
In my bag. I was actually planning to catch up with the man we were just talking to about them. Unless something happens before I get there.
So funny you mentioned that. Actually, no, it's inside your bag, so there's none the wiser. Sorry, that means that I am so scatterbrained right now. It's been a fucking week. No, you're able to go within, go inside without incident.
Getting harassed.
Yeah, they just give you the normal, who the heck are these new people?
I nod my
Treatment
head
out
at
of the
them. Just,
side eye, and
yeah, but Pam is gonna go inside and speak to the man that we had just been speaking to. Was this man here, right?
yes, this is Davian.
Good sir. Before my other companions get in here, do you happen to have a priest on hand?
Not for some time, no. Why are you in need of one?
Not for me. I have some, we'll say, corrupted relics. Do you have anybody here who has knowledge on the monsters around here?
My interesting new friend. Everyone who is Barovian knows everything about all the monsters around here. Speak plainly.
Glancing back, he's gonna open his bag and show him. We must hurry.
He looks inside the bag. Are you offering it to him or just showing him what's inside?
I'm showing him what's inside. The two disgusting regenerating heads.
Well, it's not so much the heads that are regenerating. It's just that the fingers inside are not decaying. They're still
okay.
quote unquote alive. Don't remember if that's a detail that
I thought the heads were regenerating, like from the rook robbers.
No, the scarecrow heads have been rendered inoperable. It's the fingers. Although, so he notices what you're showing him, and then he grabs the sides of the bag and looks inside. Do you let him?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I have in there is my book on how to serve man.
Forgot about that. So, where did you get these?
We informed you earlier we were accosted by some scarecrow creatures.
Yes, they
Upon-
littered the countryside hunting me and my kin. But
Yes.
where? How did?
We killed them
When?
and removed their heads to ensure
When?
that they stayed dead.
How?
Approximately, he looks out about an hour ago, half an hour. How long was the walk?
The walk was pretty short. Yeah, so within half an hour or so.
About half an hour ago.
This
They were hard
is.
fought.
And you and your companions did this, yes?
Yes. They are quite strong, despite the motley crew appearance we have.
He hands you back the bag, and then claps his hands on both sides of your shoulders. And there's a wide grin, and he's slightly shaking you, as is some people's way of showing appreciation. This is most fortuitous, and I must. Everyone, come in!
Oh no!
And he's shaking you, pulling you to the door. Come in, please! I shall treat you to my finest barrel that I can afford to let you have. You have done us a great service if you are a friend here. Just come in!
It takes them a second. They're just... I'm sure they're contemplating. It was a hard battle we had, so they're...
Ontavos is still
Yes.
waiting with Arabelle. As much as, Davian welcomed them in, he's not necessarily leaving her side.
Okay.
Yeah.
She comes up beside you and looks between the guard and you. The guard looks at you, then at Arabelle. And then he just reaches his head over and scruffs her hair, ruffles her hair a little bit. Always get into trouble, aren't you, little one? And she swats it away, but not hard enough that it's just like any adult would to a kid that they know, giving them a little bit of a hard time. That kind of vibe.
Helene visibly relaxes when she sees that she has some kind of pre-existing relationship with these people.
I've heard something about wine. She's trudging inwards at a quick pace now. Do the rest of you follow?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Hontvos looks at both the guards and gives them a nod and follows her in.
Go on. And the way both of the guards, as you approach, they look over at you and they give a brief nod. Something about them seems familiar, but can't quite place it at the moment. And
Nods her head in return.
Nahum, poor Nahum, let's make another wisdom save for you. Let's see what happens.
Are you gonna prompt her, or do I just need to roll it? Ah. If this fails, I'm blaming Treg.
You're welcome. It's another 6. Somebody's got to
Something's wrong
be the
about-
dice punching bag, and thankfully, for once, it's not me.
This sort of trouncing dream on us
Something's
last
wrong about
session.
I will do it again.
I'll fucking do it again. That sense of foreboding is still there. Going into the light provided by this humble abode seems to help a little bit. However, it's just that 2, 5, 7s individual voices making this, or scritchings and scratchings at your mind. It's still at the periphery. So you're still frightened. Maybe a little bit more visibly. Yes. Yeah, within the winery, Arabelle goes in and she finds a nice little spot to place. There is a couple of people on the other side of the I don't know what it's called. The wine barreling womb. There we go.
The wine bellowing womb.
Oh, hey, we know where Dunmore got all their wine from.
The wine bellowing womb.
It's full of
What way you go?
That's what I thought of too.
Oh, wait.
Not the worst sentence I've ever heard, but it's up there.
full of some sweet fragrances. Fragrant drinks.
What special
Flagrant.
flavor?
Foodie.
Fragrant.
Flagrant.
No, stop. Please.
No.
Gonna flog all of you.
I don't like it anymore. Where's Knox with his cognitive dissonance ability?
Not here.
Oh.
Right. Well, Davian, we've here. You said you would pull out some drinks. And I assume we have information to share. And I have a question for you, at least. What we are searching. But let us get settled first. Everything is easier said over glasses of wine.
Yes, of course. And he snaps his fingers, looking over, and the guy over here, he does a nice little bow and steps over. You can hear his footsteps recede as well, there's apparently a basement that the GM doesn't have a map for, so we're not going down there. Neither are we going upstairs. I mean, yes, he goes off to a side room to go get really nice wine. A table is brought up, or actually, no, a couple of barrels are rolled around in order to make little spots to hold glasses and whatnot. In quick order. Drinks are being doled out, and I need to make sure I remember the exact name of this.
Be right back.
Okay.
Do-do-do-do.
This is
Miss
freaking me
America.
out. I'm just throwing that out there.
What's freaking you out?
This
He's just
this
a happy
dude.
little guy.
Which one?
This one.
Mellage guy. He looks like the Mellage guy.
He does kind of.
So we've got barrels, we've got wine.
And one particular barrel this guy is picked up is a cask of red dragon crush. Red Dragon Crush with a notation on it, 3 years. The other individuals are minding the face, although they all... there is definitely an air of unease, though slightly tempered by the arrival of people that the owner is apparently breaking out some of the stops for.
Andavos takes a cup or goblets or whatever has been set out, and he is waiting to be served. He has not grabbed a bottle to pour. He is unassumedly waiting to be served, almost with a stance of like, I guess, practiced expectation.
Yeah, and sharing there's a look of understanding between yourself and Davian, and thankfully it seems like certain household rituals are universal through the multiverse, and he, as head of this household, goes around and fills everyone's cups and then pours it for him. A small snifter for Arabelle, although she is very miffed at the fact that she gets only liver and everyone else is getting cups. He does stop before Helene and Lilloway. Pours Helene's glass. Then looks over to Lilloway and asks her, is that truly a wolf that you have at your feet?
It is.
Most aren't. Most in this land do not care to be this friendly.
Well, it took some time for him to be friendly. And Zevches just rolls his eyes and huffs. Regardless, he won't hurt anybody.
Well, that is welcome news. Especially since this night, perhaps... Well, hopefully it is just going to be another night. But, come, tell me of this battle. He straightens up and he looks around and... Or was it some sort of protracted hunt of the rook robbers? Those specifics, your companion, and he waves over, showed me.
It was an ultimate duel. He pats the satyr. Our warrior here fought to his last breath taking down that creature, but he stood back up from all his wounds and just continued onwards. There was not a trace left of the enemy, except for the head.
A single head, but there were two.
He just fought one.
There were two of the creatures. I dealt with one, and my companions slew the other.
Why, he points to Ptolemy. He was the one who witnessed the end of the second one. I was there barely clinging to life, assisting our glorious warrior taking on the monster. The first one, I mean. Ptolemy, tell him how... Actually, no. He doesn't know your name. Pem just goes, Child, tell him how you felled the being.
Ptolemy just gives you a blank stare.
Good luck.
He sighs a little bit, kind of gets a bit of a grin, and then minor allusion to show a dramatic image of him blasting Witch Bolt. Little something like this.
Ah, a prodigy of magical arts, I see. And here I thought you had a warrior's body somehow kept inside that small form. But no, this is quite an interesting development. Although, kind sir, could you please stop doing your magic like that in front of me? It sets an old man on edge when he sees something he does not understand. Because the
Ptolemy's
GM
kind of
is...
Stop listening, and he's doing the thing that Aang does in Avatar, and has pulled his dancing lights and is spinning them around in his hands.
So, the GM would like to remind, if it's verbal and somatic, there's usually also a bit of, you can't just go guidancing all the time without it being noticed. It's... I mean, you're free to do so as you will, but just know that, yeah, it's gonna be.
Idea.
It'll make for interesting situations in the future because I read/heard people's takes on it. I'm like, why not? Let's add that into how people perceive the world around them because it would not make sense. Anyways,
Matias, we slew these scarecrow creatures, and you seem to mention something of, hags. Well, young Arabelle did, at least. Magic of hags. People willing to create creatures like this to deal with corvids and other birds of the field.
Yes. Not normally the scarecrows would merely go after the ravens and try killing them, but then they took to maiming, letting live and suffer. That was what these ones would do. But it makes more sense that there were actually two this entire time, because of those of us that have survived. Well, you see one, but not the other. Wonder how exactly it happened so fast, but we never thought that they might keep all of the, you saw inside, yes?
Well, I crushed one's chest open as my companion removed its head. Holy
He
one.
nods expectantly.
What is it you've... Was it just straw inside? I suppose I should not have asked. Nudges Pem.
Pem has died. Oh no.
Sorry. Hey, my apologies. Can you repeat that? I had an issue.
Holy One, you took the heads? I never did ask, but what were they stuffed with? Just hay like the rest of the thing?
No. He looks at the winery they're in. They were stuffed not with hay, but I would not take them out or tell you what it is while we are currently having drinks and merriment. Maybe in a different room, away from this hollow ground.
Come now. They were a frightful beast to fight. Certainly, it shouldn't be a problem recounting what you found, especially if our companion here can assist with it.
He thinks for a moment. And then he goes, okay. Well, never has your words steered us wrong before. Pem's gonna reach into his bag and, with his gauntleted hand, he's gonna pull out one of the items from inside the heads. And he's gonna grab the smaller one.
You pull out what appears to be probably a ring or pointer finger of a older child, younger adult, and it actually reacts to the sensation of being touched.
Oh,
Oh
finger?
my god.
I warned you. I came here looking for mayhaps a priest of some sort who could exorcise these poor souls. This finger is still alive.
See that?
They're not the trophies, but their owners are still alive.
Is it some damnable magic that is used to animate those scarecrows?
Yes and no. It's the scarecrows hunt the ravens. Specifically, well,
Yes, I believe young Arabelle warned us of the threatening corvids that prowl this realm. Servants of... what was it? The lord of this place? That and bats, if I remember.
and there's a little, like, puts his mouth and sticks out his tongue, and a little bit of distaste. Yeah. Yes, bats. Vampires. Lord of this land, yes. Did young Arabelle, did you not tell them, or... And he looks over, a little away for a second. Or you...
No,
So
they told us the water was dangerous. Well, where the undead came from, the deceased taken to action, I suppose. We slew those. They told us the land was dangerous, so we walked on it. They told us the trees were dangerous, so we left those. The bats and the corvids were dangerous. They, well, swarmed my young companion's vessel here. Motions to Avery. What else was dangerous? Well, anyway, we've made it here, and the only thing that really troubled us were these scarer of crows, made of foul magic and hay. Apparently fingers. Tell me, Davian, are you dangerous too? Kinda leans in with a smirk.
Only to the agents of the House of Zarovich and those who deign to disrespect my craft.
Well, if it is this wine, I shan't deign it at all. It is fine indeed. As he downs
And he smiles
his
and nods.
in one gulp.
Roll me a con save.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is anyone else shotgunning, or are they just nursing?
Did they give
I
Ptolemy
do
a
not
drink?
trust the shotgun.
Yes, everyone has gotten one.
Why did
Oh,
Ptolemy?
Ptolemy is
I
gonna
gave mine to
shotgun.
Yantaville, so...
Ptolemy got the same amount as
Child?
Ptolemy has gotten the same amount as Arabelle, just like a little sliver.
this is
Yeah,
not a,
depends if
this
he's
is
walk-
not a
he's-
magical effect, is it? Right?
No, it is not.
He's watched Yontados
You can-
far too
you
many
can
times
feel.
and shotguns it.
I'm fine.
Hey.
Okay,
Wait, is
Ptolemy,
Ptolemy-
con save.
Wait, hold on. Can I, Can we do like an opposed roll or something? Because Helene is going to try to stop Ptolemy from drinking this.
Arabelle's gonna drink at the same time as Ptolemy. Can you juggle
Fuck you,
two
dude.
things?
Well, no, I'm concerned about because she just has a tiny one and he's got a full glass. I'm going after him.
Okay, yeah. Let's see what happens. What would it be?
This will surely end well.
Her mom instincts are kicking in. She's going to stop this kid from drinking the booze.
Ptolemy, what's your let's see.
Do I have time to pat Ptolemy on the shoulder? Nah, you know what?
Guidance doesn't affect saves anyway.
Oh,
Depends on what's about to happen, I suppose.
So you're about to try going for a drink, and Helene is attempting to perhaps swipe the drink or stop drinking. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Have fun, man.
Helene is not about to let a child drink. Sorry.
How would you try and address that then, Ptolemy? Seeing out the corner of your eye.
She like, do I see that she's like coming after the drink, basically?
Oh, she's kind of having to reach around Davian/Avery to get over to you. So.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh boy.
I wish I had mage hand right now. God damn it.
Just that snaking mom arm that just like shoots over somebody to.
Yup. 100%.
How would I do this?
I can't wait to see.
Witch bolt.
I mean, I'm so tempted to burn a 3rd level spell, but for no reason. Or a 2nd level spell.
Ontivos, the red dragon crush lives up to its name. It's like dragon's fire in your belly once you down the entire drink. It's a pleasant warmth, sweet and sweet and cleansing.
You know what? Yeah. Okay, how much reaction time do I get? Can I cast a spell?
Sure.
Because fuck it, I'm casting invisibility on myself.
No, wait, is my
Yes.
I had the invisibility up. Is that still active? How long does that last? Because I straight up had the invisibility up during that last fight.
That would be hilarious.
that was a while
I
ago,
don't
wasn't
know.
It does last an hour.
It's
Would it still
within
be
the
up?
30 minutes. It's still up.
I still see you. I'm still going for it.
So it would just be a normal roll at that point. Ptolemy, you're confident in your spellcraft. However, whether or not you remembered.
I can't actually target myself is the problem to cast.
He
the
might
spell.
not have known.
Can't I target myself?
Oh, because you've got all the dancing lights on your on top of you.
this will end well.
It should just be right click to target, right? No.
It should ask you how to target, and then you just left click yourself.
It doesn't give me an option. It just says you must target a token before rolling the attack, even though it's invisibility.
Give me a second. I'll solve.
I mean, you could still like probably hear the person, you know, or see like their footsteps they make.
Is not an attack. So-
Before I help someone in the kitchen, I heard about shotgunning drinks.
Yes. Told me he's trying to shotgun a drink.
I will also shotgun a drink.
I don't care if you're shotgunning a drink. I'm trying to keep the child from shotgunning it.
Con save.
All right,
Here's
try
the guy
it. Try it
fighting
now.
All right.
I see. This is where the TPK happens.
It should give you a little thing. Yeah.
Avery.
There you go. Why do I have to roll?
It shouldn't be making you roll.
All right, just had a pop saying roll, but didn't actually do anything. All right. Told me he's gonna try going invisible because he wants to get a drink.
Well, Helene can still see you, and she's still going to stop you from getting a drink.
All right, so what's the competing roll then?
Yeah, what are we rolling, Jerk?
Well, to be slippery, that would be sensing lights would be gone.
Yep, lights are gone.
Whoever's quicker. I mean, that by acrobatics versus acrobatics or athletics.
Both of those are equally terrible for me. So,
Let's see.
Would it be like initiative versus initiative? Maybe.
Or it could even just be a grapple check. She's rolling a grapple to try to grab it, which would be, like a strength athletics check, and he can make either strength athletic or acrobatics to dodge out
Or
of the
can
way.
I do a deception to pretend I'm handing it over and then swing around and chug it anyway?
That'd be a sleight of hand.
I guess that would be slightly.
but no, you think that I can't see you though.
Oh, that's
What-
true. But I see you.
What I was going to ask was, if
Really
he
wants
thinks
to drink.
he thinks I can't see him, but he doesn't know that I can see invisibility. Would that give me any kind of
It's a straight roll.
damn it? Okay, fine.
Alright, so athletic. Which is better for you then? Ptolemy, acrobatics or.
Acrobatics is better than athletics for me.
Here we go. The fate of the world is decided on this roll.
Well,
Damn.
Well, this is some clumsiness.
Damn it.
Oh,
Wow, the child.
Helene,
Where did the child go?
Helene just trips over Davy and
Daughter of man, you really drank so much already.
no, I was trying to stop Ptolemy from. Did you not see? Why did you let the child drink?
What child?
He fought in the battle. He deserves a drink.
He's
Why would
able to reach the counter. Where did the child go? Did he fall inside the barrel?
Indeed,
No, I can't.
Where
My
did he?
business can't afford that.
Ptolemy! Ptolemy!
I'm gonna finish my drink before I reappear.
Arabelle starts to get a
Is
drink
the-
or
is
like
the con
scoop something
save?
directly from the barrel. Con save. Did you do one?
No, I've not done one because I didn't know if I was getting him a drink or not.
Well, you got your drink in, so let's do the con save.
Can it be a disadvantage because he's a child?
Hmm.
He's shotgunning like the rest of us, so it's gonna be just a straight roll. Oh,
Womp.
I could not have planned
How
that
many
any better.
ones are we rolling?
Ptolemy,
Oh, that was
David
beautiful, man.
Stephen was quite concerned about a child falling into one of his wine barrels that are open and they're in the process of being processed. Just as he's looking around, it's fine. He turns his back. Splosh. Ptolemy, you're now inside this barrel. It's a really nice wine, though. You're not drowning. You're just kind of just floating inside the barrel.
Ptolemy is
see
going
why.
Sir
Went
Hiss.
straight.
you like this stuff, Phantos.
Oh, no.
Ptolemy!
Oh, no.
Where are you?
It sounded like it came from over here.
So since Helene can actually see him, Helene is going to go over and try to just, grab him and lift him out of the barrel.
You're able to do so.
I'm flying. I haven't learned the spell yet, but I'm flying.
Oh my goodness. You're actually I can't believe you did that.
What is going on? Who are you talking to? Is that Ptolemy? Is that you?
I'm a spooky wine ghost.
Oh,
The child is inebriated.
and apparently unseen.
Well, I can see him, which is he might have drowned in that barrel.
Ah,
You're a cheater, you know that? Shouldn't be able to see me.
Can the child have a glass of water, please?
the child can sample whatever he wishes. He partook in the
Onto
battle.
those-
No! Why do you challenge me? Did he not fight with us? Does he not deserve the same just rewards?
He is a literal child, Altos.
And how better then for him to learn his ways, his limits?
Helene,
Yes.
can you roll a perception?
Oh, absolutely. Hold on. God damn it! I'm
Never
too
mind.
busy yelling at Altavos to notice whatever kind of sneaky shit you just did.
Cool.
Entirely too busy yelling at Altavos.
So Lilaway, how's the show? Are you also just sipping on your wine, or? Key?
She was just watching, sipping on her wine.
Fluffy puppy.
God damn it.
Get out of here.
Oh,
Well, that was fun.
so,
I think
Davian shakes his head.
I think at this point, Antavos like reaches forward.
Listen, I'll take the child. And he will
No,
stay
you
with me.
won't.
Excuse me.
I think that you've been influenced enough.
Are you chastising me for being want to allow the child, who you seem to think can't act for himself, despite his heroics in the battle?
One has nothing to do with the other.
I disagree. A man who can stand and fight is a man worthy of a drink, and of revelry and whatever he desires.
He's also a literal child. I mean,
I have fought beside my children and my cousins and many of my folk who have been younger than him. They have fought
Mom and Dad
admirably.
are fighting.
Be that as it may, that aside, don't you think that he's had enough already? Look at him.
He had one drink. That's
Exactly.
That's barely enough to wet his throat.
How much more drunk do you think he needs to be?
I don't know. I can't see him.
Well, maybe it's better that way then.
Well, give him here. I will then
No.
hold him while you take your motherly grumpiness somewhere else.
Helene looks very annoyed at what you just said.
Oh no. Yes, please. Davian pipes up, trying to come in between and gently separate.
What is it, Davian, sir? The wine is delicious, by the way.
You have helped me and mine with this. I'll edit that in post. Please, it's not a time for argumentation, but you said that there was something you were looking.
Oh, yes. There was, the purpose of our visit here to this Ravenloft, den of corvins, I suppose. We've been sent to retrieve a drink for our great lord. Though the name seems to escape me for some. All the battles and excitement, I have no head for details. Young, points over to Avery. What was it that we were seeking here again?
Some kind of wine?
Right. Do you remember the name of it?
There's no finer wine than that, produced by the Wizard of Wines.
What was it, made of dragon's blood or something again?
Right, blood of... worm. Worm? I don't know why we would want to eat worm. ravens, but I suppose in a place of ravens, one does eat worms.
I don't think that's worms you're talking about.
No, I'm sure it was the word worm. Blood of
No.
worm.
It sounds. I don't think it's made out of worms, insects. I think you're thinking of. Oh, what was it? It's something made out of dragons or something like that.
I only go by what our great lord told us.
It wouldn't happen to be worm blood.
Yes, yes, exactly. Do you know of this drink? Why do you pinch your brow?
Yes, I know of this drink, but it is,
Do you make it here?
no. It's something that... There's only one place it can be found reliably. Maybe two.
Well,
One is in the wine cellar of the Lord of this land in Castle Ravenloft. Or perhaps one might be to the south, a ways, a dangerous place. Well,
we can join the other dangerous places.
You're not talking about that place, are you?
I thought that I recognized you a little, but yes, that place in the mountain.
Right.
Arabelle looks around in between. Are you talking about the... Oh... I can't go there. We only came this way because the fog ate their flying ship and was coming towards us, so... Davian sighs and says, if the fog has blocked your way that way, then there's only south to go, unless you're called by the Lord of the Land to the castle for audience. I don't suppose any of you have met any vampires on the road?
No, but his carriage did come by.
Oh, right. That's wooden wheel thing. Pulled by the flaming horses.
That might have been the one and only invitation.
Young Arabelle told us to wait, and that it would go away.
He looks over at Arabelle and just with a very stern look. What? It isn't my fault that I erred on the side of caution. I had no idea if grandmother had given them a reading or not. They're outlanders. Davian. Foolish as it does sound, yes, it is fault, but next time he might come in person, wondering why his polite invitation was refused.
Well, no invitation was offered. Just the vehicle arrived and then rode off. No one spoke to us. How would we know that's such an invitation?
I have seen that carriage come and go. And it is something for people like you. It's new to this land. But it's wise that you have not gone there.
Right, young Arabelle said many people do not return from that castle.
Exactly.
So I think she chose wisely. We certainly would like to return, though I doubt even the lord of this land could keep us contained. But what is this place to the south? This dangerous place? A mountain, you said?
It is a temple, but
Temple or a
anything
mountain?
but. It is a temple inside the mountain, far to the south of here. And the way to get there easily from here, if some of the roads are blocked off to the east, and that means you might have to scale the cliffs in order to get on the proper path.
Not a
What that also
problem.
means you'd have to go to the forest, and the forest night is a little bit more, one could say, adventuresome. The werewolves and their pets come out and hunt.
Those who
What is
worship
it?
the moon.
He raises an eyebrow.
Yes, many of those
Scary dogs.
lycanthropic folk have made a home in my world. Though, rare do they make their appearances. They are solitary and private folk. Would you be able to spare one of your number as a guide of some sort?
That would be
Unfortunately,
me.
yes,
I know
that
my
is.
way to the temple.
Oh, well, perfect.
Though, unfortunately, like what he stated, some of the paths that are led there are blocked, but that's where the forests come in.
Yes, the dangerous forests has been reiterated many times, yet we have walked through them without incident.
Exactly.
Because you have a guide.
Well, then there is no problem. I say we drink our fill tonight, and upon the morning following our well-earned rest, you lead us there. Miss, Lily? Lilo?
Call me Lily, since it's shorter.
Sure, Lily. Easier to remember. My sister's favorite flower.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that is settled. Though, I feel like it is not enough to just offer you fine drink and also a place to put your head by a fire for the night.
No, certainly it is all we've asked for. Though, if you have more hospitality to offer, I certainly would be remiss to refuse.
Why not give them the reading?
That is the province of the Vistani.
And yet you have one with you. And she looks over to Arabelle.
She looks at Davian, and then looks at the way. It looks at everybody else. I don't have my Taroka deck. Nope, I can't do it.
Really?
She's holding her drink is down on the barrel serving as an end table, and she's just putting her hands in her armpits and just trying to, all but whistling and trying to look away.
What is this reading you speak of?
It is not something that someone as young as I am is supposed to do for Outlanders, and let alone Outlanders that didn't arrive in the way that they were supposed to. They have before.
I am not asking you to do it, I am just asking what it is. You speak of this reading. What does it
Yes.
entail? What does it grant? Is it some sort of rite of entry? Or merely superstition?
It's not. It's part
What
of
tells your
a land.
fate?
Ah, well, my fate is to be a great warrior, live many battles. So,
Perhaps. But it also entails what may become of you of this land. That's what as I saw when I was with Madame Eva.
it seems a ruin of surprise.
Not really.
I need no foretelling. I need only a direction. And, of course, if you are to guide us, all the better.
The most important thing is that I don't need to do a reading for anyone here. Maybe you, but I don't know. She looks over the little way before. But it's not important for what you're here to do. Yes, you only wish to find that wine, and then leave. Yes,
Indeed.
and also maybe find that one person that you're looking for.
And does not entail the foretelling?
No, it doesn't. It tells you how things are supposed to go if you. Please. They don't need to know. It's not their problem. They're not brought here for that. Davian looks over and not mean to frustrate you, young Arabelle. I thought it was only some sort of politeness, not just whatever you actually know it to be. Arabelle shakes her head.
Well, despite that, then, I suppose, then, by morning, we'll head out. Enjoy the night.
Fair enough. Right. Davian, this wine is certainly delicious. What other vintage do you have? My sister Tropiles, a fine brewer of wines. She always found the
Ptolemy.
best sorts.
Uh-oh. Ptolemy's just eagerly listening for the response. Answer.
Huh, so there's a bard around here.
Yeah, sorry about that. Davian's about to go into all about his manifest of various wines, whimsical and tasteful, and then the other two guards, they come inside. They shut the doors and bolt them. They're going around and securing the area. And the man says, I think that we are good for the night. They didn't send something to accost us. Good. It is good tidings for us. But I only really have this area to offer for your weary souls. Best. There is a fireplace next to one of the other basements. He looks is it? This is a very dark room. Never mind.
Well, we certainly do not wish to impose on your hospitality. If this room is what you have to offer, we shall make it our bed for the night. We have
Just don't
rolls.
sleep inside the barrels.
Well, we may drain a few, but
Don't.
just get
This
some
Calls a
valley
lap
has already.
barrel.
The valley already has a dearth of wine. I need to get the shipments back up. But if the fog is back and blocking the way eastward, south, well, perhaps it will go away once you're able to find whatever it is that you need to find.
Understood. Yes. Well, companions, this is our bed and berth for the night. Make yourselves comfortable. I believe we can avail ourselves of this room, and Davian, perhaps you have blankets, cloaks, shawls of any sort that we may cover from the chill.
Yes. Arabelle, follow me. We do have a spot that might be able to set aside for one at this time. Excuse me. Thanks through the way. And Arabelle looks around. She's spinning on her heels, slowly making her way behind Davy. All right. Well, I held up my word of the bargain. Thank you for saving my life. If I don't come down. And they go upstairs for a couple minutes. And in that time, Davian will come downstairs with some extra bedding, spare sheets, and pillows.
Yep. Mountavos makes himself at home.
I shall sleep in this corner.
And unless there's any other conversations that anyone wants to have, Davian comes down to make sure that everyone's situated before retiring upstairs himself.
Hang in there, Knight. That drink was a strong one, but I'm sure it'll go through you soon. I pat Nahum on the shoulder as he walks by.
Mountavos starts, fumbling around trying to find Ptolemy.
Ptolemy is going to look for another drink.
Ptolemy? Young one, where are you?
Shh! You can't find me.
Ah,
Helene, just as you hear the post say, "Boy, where are you?" The invisibility wears off.
Well, I mean, to be completely honest, Helene is no longer in a state to care.
Okay.
So,
Ptolemy doesn't realize it's worn off. He's just wandering around, thinking he's still invisible.
well, Mountavos will follow the sound of Ptolemy's voice, and if he ever feels like he's close enough, he will try to scoop him up and put him on his shoulder.
Well, like I said, he dropped the invisibility by accident at this point. He just thinks he's still invisible.
Mountavos will scoop him up and carry him up on his shoulder.
Wow. Oh, you can't see me. I'm invisible.
Yes, invisible. Also, quite a lightweight. Still, everyone has their first night. Come. Would you like another?
Yes.
Ptolemy, as Yantavos is carrying you, and there's just enough of a surface left in the barrel that you had fallen into. Firelight shines in it, and you're able to see the surface reflection. And just for the flicker of a moment, you see that other face staring back at you.
He
And then it's
scowls.
gone.
I think I need that drink sooner than later. Devos?
Right, well, this time, be sure to drink it slower. You have to have a, well, larger constitution to be able to throw them back as you did. Savor the flavor. Breathe it, let it live in your mouth, in your tongue.
He's nodding but not listening.
Slowly. And you see Antavos is kind of like, has set him up like next to the barrel and is like helping him drink it slowly. Someday, we'll get to that. But tonight, slowly is key.
I think that at this point, Helene, who has not touched the wine that she was given, downs the whole thing.
She can't handle the cool uncle being cool.
Nahum, this
The house is less spooky.
the presence at the back of your mind, putting you on an unsettling edge, recedes. But in your mind's eye, there is this strange image of first 1, then 3, then 7 pairs of eyes, all glowing red and hissing, eyes crackling. Flutter of wings. And then it's gone. Not exactly sure how or why, but things feel like they should. Helene, you fail at getting drunk.
Worry about again.
Fucking figures.
Although you're still sober and you have a deep perception. Anyways, Davian,
What was that second part?
you're still sober and you have decently high perception.
Oh, okay.
Davian, eventually he's going around minding and he's noticing that the child is being forced or being told you're not being told, being encouraged to try a little bit more of his wine.
Helped. The word is helped. Assisted. Mentored.
Yes, those words. Much more applicable.
Can't paint everything in these rigid ideologies of mortal folk.
Okay, you tell it to the FBI.
What was the one guy that knocks on people's homes? Chris Hansen?
Yep.
I can see.
Anyways, love you, Treg. Davian goes around and settles over by the other way and looks down at the wolf and then over at her. Never met you in person, but I would like to thank you for your kindness. Me and mine. You know of... And he just is gesturing at himself. And he runs his fingers along the side of his head, and you see a... well, you see a feather.
I wondered why you smelled familiar.
Yes. I don't think the rest of these Outlanders quite understood, but that doesn't necessarily hurt them. Though do they know why you are a perfect guide? About the he looks down on the wolf.
Well, not only that, but I have been traveling the woods for 5 years. Doing little favors for Madameva.
Yes, I suppose that also does help. Do you know the way, or do you need
I know the
a
way.
map?
I know the way, but I normally don't tend to search in that direction. You do know what lurks in there, right?
Yes, the stories never change of it.
Let's just hope that we won't have any problems on the way there. Hope. And she just scoffs at that.
Yes, but must remember, trouble comes in threes.
She just leans over. Oh, multitudes.
Of threes, yes. And good night to you, Lady of the Black Mountain.
And good night to you.
All right. So, Ptolemy, are you sloshed enough that you don't try and identify those items from earlier?
Unfortunately, and fortunately, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's too busy in his drink. The thoughts of those items are a future Ptolemy problem. Starting to see why why Antivos drinks every night. He's been missing.
Antiros. Yantaros? Yeah.
Montivos, where drink
Anybody-
is a delight.
Is anyone else have something they'd like to engage in before a long rest?
Am I able to tell if like any of the fingers like match? Like I'm able to tell like, oh, these belong to the same hand, the same person.
Would you like to spend some time counting the fingers?
Yes. I want to see if maybe I can start tying some fingers together and putting them in categories. It will bug me if they're all just spread out in my bag.
Oh, Jesus, Maximilian. Yes, sure. Let's do investigation.
Oh, you know, that investigation is one of my strongest attributes. It's not.
Oh my god!
Wow.
That's the third nat one of the night.
Well, it's
Didn't
like
even
the
roll
5th
20.
or 6th.
Hmm.
Why am I
think
wasting
this might
all
be
my
a
nat
total.
ones now? God.
That's only how stats work, man.
I mean, that's how it worked in Star Wars. Hey, look, stairs!
Okay,
Stairs
true.
at the wazoo.
Kobe!
You have a. So yeah, that's a nat one on the invested.
Oh, you know it.
You spend way too long trying to count to 5. Or you're trying to organize all the fingers by A, not spilling them across the floor, like dumping out the bag and then sorting them out that way. But you're also trying to make it see if there's an entire hand worth of fingers just because. So you have a set of 5 or a set of 2 or 3, and it's just it's not working out, Pam. This is you break fingers. You don't count them. You put them back together, but you don't. This is outside your usual.
Might need a doctor for this. Oh well. Speaking of which. But that's all Pem was gonna do.
All right, who wants a long rest?
I do.
Long rest would be nice.
That would be nice.
Oh, joke's on you! You still not. No, I'm kidding.
Got to put a guard
long
up,
rest.
This is the real fantasy, is actually getting a long rest.
Long rest.
Where's the button to do long rest now? Or was before?
Next to your inspiration.
It is the camp sign
okay.
next to the
15
number.
year-
I need to look through my spells at some point, figure out if I'm gonna repair them.
Okay, prepared spellcasters and such. Make sure that you're considering what kinds of spells.
Chapter 8. To serve man.
Think about that.
How to serve fingers.
Finger foods.
Their finger looking good.
Oh boy.
Please, no fingers.
Yeah, so you're leaving the fingers with Davian, right?
Actually, what I was going to do was I was going to ask him if he had a lost and found for the fingers. I was planning to leave it with him. I was not actually going to.
He is able to get them to the rightful owners.
Yes.
Tells you not to
Although-
worry.
No, too psycho. Despite my actions, I am a well-adjusted individual, I swear. Just trust me. Now, come here and
Okay.
come get your healing.
So, this would be a good stopping point probably for tonight, as Nox is still not with us. And what better place to stop than inside an establishment devoted to alcohol?